Thank you. And thank you, Logan, for that wonderful story. It was definitely a different presentation, and I think everybody liked it. Good job. All right. You guys can see my screen here? All right. It's probably perfect timing, actually, on some of the things we just talked about. The first thing I want to talk about is building on the back of Mr. B as well, is increasing your ROI. What would it look like if you increase your ROI by just 1%, right? And so what could that mean for you? Could that mean an extra 5K, maybe 10,000 a year, maybe 50,000 a year? I think this will be a very interesting experiment just to show you what that can possibly look like for your business. So as Ira had mentioned, and in the roadmap, there's a video on this and it's all explained as well. But inside of your StreetText account, if you clicked on the little gear icon on the top, there's something called My Business Planner. And in here, I've just got some basic numbers. And I just want to walk you through a couple things really quick. So in this case, I have a $300 a month budget because I'm focused on optimize for budget. And so this is going to calculate based on how much I'm willing to spend on a monthly basis. The second thing is because I'm in a demo account here, it's calculating my lead value at $5 a lead as a default. However, in your account, as long as you have some data coming in, this will actually automatically average out for you and update based on your real numbers. So it's actually pretty cool how it works. I just have a default number here of $5. And an average end in this particular market that I'm fictitious market is 12,000. For some of you, it's lower, but for a lot of you, it's higher as well. And so I'm just going to put in there 12,000. But what I wanted to show you is that if all things went well and you were working your leads and following the lead journey and you have the systems in place and you have your goals broken down like Mr. B showed, what if you were converting 1.5% of your leads? And 1.5% is definitely an industry average. It would be in some case, low end for some, and sometimes high if you don't have a lot of systems for others. But even 1.5% would mean that 98.5% of all your leads you ever generated go nowhere. Only 1.5% turn into something. And that would end up resulting for you about 129,000 in commission, right? And so that's pretty good actually, if you think about that. But what I wanted to show you is what would 1% difference mean? So let's say we took that to 2.5%. You're adding almost $80,000 or $90,000 of possible commission. And the reason I want you to see that is when I show you some of the things I'm about to show you, and we talk about the systems in just a minute, you need to think about it as when you see another system that you can implement, just like Mr. B said, it's not about how much you're spending, it's about how much you're investing. Because if you can actually invest in tools that can help you get an extra percent or even an extra 0.5% out of your conversion, what could that mean for your business? And now you can appropriately price and measure that tool accordingly. All right, so coming back to this presentation here, let's get my notes back up again. So now that you have an idea of how much 1% increase in conversion can mean for you, let's talk about the time challenges. So you should be spending your time on conversion, but a lot of your time is actually spent on administrative tasks. And some of you have outsourced a lot of this already, but even for the bigger teams, there's still a lot of administrative tasks that are taking place. And so you need to be spending your time on the conversion instead of the administrative times. You need to be buying back your time. I am too busy. You are too busy. We are all too busy. So you need to focus on buying back your time so that you can focus on the high value activities. Again, you're never going to convert the leads if the leads are just coming in. You're going to convert the leads if you're spending your time on those high value conversion activities, right? And so the easy way to do this is to pay for things that basically buy your time back and get. So in this short presentation, I'm going to show you an example of what buying your time back can look like. And the first stop is going to be your IDX and CRM. And so I'm going to show you StreetText connected to Follow Up Awesome Rail Scout. And I realize that there are a lot of good CRMs out there and other IDX tools. And I hope what you take away from what I'm about to show you is what your system should look and feel like. So from this view, I am looking at leads that have come in through StreetText, and I can see exactly what those leads are doing, what homes they're looking at, saving, etc. And for some of you on this call right now, you are already thinking, how is this possible? And I'm going to show you. Many of you are running ads just like this one. Homes with a main floor master bedroom, less maintenance, and a smaller footprint. So who is this speaking to? Those looking to downsize. And check out the stat, leads at $1.44. And because this ad is speaking to an older demographic looking to downsize, 60+% of these leads have a home to sell. And if you need any more proof of that, just check out NAR's most recent report. As soon as you start showing ads to 34-year-olds and above, the home ownership goes from anywhere from 40 to 85%. So ton of home sellers in there. Or maybe you want to target people who are looking at waterfront homes. And typically those buying waterfront homes are not first-time home buyers. They also have a home to sell. This is why we call these ads sellers in disguise. And these waterfront leads are coming in at $2.78. Or maybe in your area it's homes with pools, and notice that the ad says this list is updated daily. Keep that in mind when I show you the other tool, Real Scout, in just a minute as well. Oops, sorry, leads at $2.12. Or maybe you want to target people that are looking to upsize, 311 leads, $3.61. Okay, last one. And this one is Genius 2 and created by Chase, who's on this webinar today. A list of all the open houses in Cyprus. And thanks to Real Scout, this is all possible. 604 leads, $3.89. So as you can see, the options are endless to create custom property lists and engage your prospective buyers and sellers. But here are a few questions to consider. You are generating a ton of leads from ads just like these. Are you manually adding these leads to your IDX search? Or worse, not at all. Or are you able to see what these leads are looking at? And is it easy to give the buyers an experience that they deserve once they click on your ad? So I'll just show you a couple ways that you can answer these. So if I was in Real Scout, and again, I'm just going to go through this really quick, but it's just an example. There are lots of other tools out there. This is just one, but I think it does it really well. You can create IDX property lists that are automatically sent to leads once they register, and you can point them to a search link. So for example, if I just go back over here for just a second, you can see here's an example of Chase's. This is a search link that's created through Real Scout. You can see when I zoom out, it's only showing me the properties in the area that I've selected. And it's a nice experience. And I can see all of the downsized properties that he's pre-selected for me. All right. So going back here. So all you need is create a template. You start building your property list. And for an example, I'm going to do the open house in Cyprus one that I just showed you because we're going to use that to match on the ad. You're going to click save. Now you're going to select how frequently you want those your new listings, or sorry, the new properties that match to show up to your clients. So in this case, if you say it's daily in the ad, then just make sure it's daily here. And this is also important. You're going to pick a tag. And so in this case, I'm going to pick the tag open house. And as leads come in from StreetText to Follow Up Boss and Real Scout, they will automatically be subscribed to this list if they have this open house tag as an example. Now you're going to click create a search link. You don't have to add anything else. You just click it. You can customize it if you like, but you just create it. You're going to save that URL. You're going to head back to StreetText. From here, you're very familiar. You're going to click Launch Ads. You're going to choose a proven buyer template like the buyer lead ad. You can click Select. In this case, put in open houses in Cyprus. Pick a quick image. You're gonna paste now that Real Scout search link URL that we just copied, and that's it. Put in your targeting, and now you're gonna choose your budget, and you're gonna add that open house tag that I mentioned to you before. And now that you have this in place, it's automatically gonna match. And if you want this ad to automatically run going forward, turn on StreetText AI, which will automatically catch ads if they lose performance, and will relaunch or make adjustments to the ad as needed to improve performance. And this last step is super powerful if you want it all on autopilot. And as you can see, this ad is still going strong, 716 leads now. So now again, as the leads come into Follow Up Boss, they will automatically be sent to Real Scout, and Real Scout will start nurturing them. And now from Follow Up Boss, you can see exactly what properties people are looking at, saving and engaging with. Pretty powerful. So would a tool like this buy back your time? Only you can answer that. But if you're spending more than a few minutes a month adding your leads to property lists, this is something I would consider. So let's go back to StreetText AI. Here's another tool that can buy back your time. Ever launch an ad that you absolutely love and you wish it would just keep running, you didn't have to keep your eyes on it? Then if you have this feature, which is available either on our Legacy or Scale plans, it is dedicated to buying back your time. You just relaunch an ad, you let our system handle it if it loses performance. In fact, we have tracked that our AI is able to improve an ad's performance with 3 or less attempts of relaunching it. So again, could this feature buy back some time and allow you to work on the high value activities? Or maybe you want everything in StreetText managed. If you leverage StreetText Managed Ads program, which Logan obviously went through the story, but him and his team do an incredible job of this. Everything is then on autopilot. And we have seen a minimum of 25% reduction in lead price when clients are running managed ads. It's typically 50 to 100%. That means that it's often by paying for their team to run your ads, it's a wash. You're basically saving or spending you're saving as much in your lead volume or lead costs as you were in the future as well. So this could be maybe perhaps a way of you buying back your time. Okay, and here's a fun one. If you don't have Logan and his team and you just need a little help or inspiration when it comes to thinking of new ads to run or the right images to use, then you can use this free tool that we've made for you as well. You just put in the types of ads and the areas that you want to market to, and our tool will actually automatically send you an email back with some images designed for you and your market. And it's totally free. If you're an existing customer, you can save this. We'll eventually be bringing this into StreetText as well, but if you just scan that QR code, you can just fill it in and it'll send you the email with some really cool images, all your ads in your areas. Or if you're new to StreetText, I would use the one below because it'll walk you through an actual process so you can test out those ads as well. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you are thinking about how to spend more time on your high value activities and how much that's worth to you, namely converting leads. That's all, and enjoy the rest of the event.